I think it was a political blame game. Ireland has exported cattle to the United Kingdom and beyond since before independence. We have the same number of cows and cattle in Ireland now as we had in the 1970s. Our greenhouse gas emissions have increased exponentially since then, yet somehow farmers have been blamed or come to be blamed as the main cause of these greenhouse gas emissions. I find that to be extraordinary, given the statistics. I've no doubt that this will result in less food being produced in Ireland. I've no doubt that it will result in less cattle being produced in Ireland, and that it will result in an increase in food prices for consumers. And of course, those who can afford it least will suffer most. It won't change the fact that Irish multiples like Tesco and Lidl and Aldi and Dunn's will still be importing carrots from across the world and flying in peas and beans from South America, and that Irish farmers won't be able to compete with that. It won't change that one jot. All it will do is make food more expensive at a time when people are already struggling with food prices. I think those who have sought to vilify farmers have no idea what it's like to work from morning till night and try and produce food with their hands for the greater good. They'll by and large live in comfortable 9-to-5 jobs, most of them funded by the taxpayers. They have no idea what it's like to experience deprivation or hunger, and I think those who have called for these measures will at some point in the future hang their heads in shame, and I fear that time will come a lot sooner than many think. Equally, I think that the money will be thrown at this to seek to compensate farmers in the short term, and of course when budgets come under pressure, as they most certainly will in the very near future, then a lot of that funding will be withdrawn. I don't know how they're going to get to this 25%. I think the Department of Agriculture acknowledge they don't know themselves how they're going to get to this. I mean, there's been a complete lack of planning involved in this. Up to 12 months ago, farmers were encouraged to intensify, to take less for their produce and to produce more of it, and they have incurred a lot of expense. They've incurred borrowings to do that, and now essentially they're being told to do the opposite. I've seen nobody in the Green Party in Ireland, or indeed the Green parties internationally, who have any idea of how these targets are going to be met, because by and large they lecture at farmers rather than talk to them.